Good morning. Give it a few minutes while people hop on. Haven't done pre-market in a while, so today should be fun. The only position I'm currently, well, I'm in a few actually. I'm in SQFT. I keep playing these pops. I got some more right before $12 I'll enter, and 13. If it breaks above this candle though, I'm out. I'm in INKT. I entered at a little pop here. I'll get into why I entered INKT here shortly, but it's just kind of a little filler position. And
SQFT.
I just got an alert for SQFT again. So yeah, it just keeps popping up to this level. I'm adding till it can prove that it's actually going to break break through this. So added at 11, and we'll add, so it's starting to ramp up here. So let's see what it does. So I add another little position right here. Added one at 12, and if it wants to get up to 13, I will add there as well. But yeah, the goal today is to, I'm already off to a pretty good start, roughly up about 5K on the day. And appreciate, one of my members in the group, Steven, bro, if you're on, appreciate you hopping on the weekend. He was showing me some things he does on the backside. So I've been trying to play the backside of the move a little bit more. It's been very fruitful. This play alone, though, SQFT, I ended up pulling in over 4K on this move, got in around 15. And I will talk about this play a little bit, the 4 a.m. pops. A lot of people don't talk about these plays, but these are usually easy money. What time did this pop? 4:05? Yeah, 4:05 is shot all the way up to 1750. And a lot of times the ones that pop at 4 a.m., they don't have any news, any catalysts. They give it all back by 7 o'clock. I see that we're getting like a little rebound rally right here. Luckily, I took most of my profit when it started going sideways here at 8 and some down here around 7. But I want to keep a close eye. I'm in SONN too, so I got to keep an eye on that one. But this next candle right here, I want to see it not break above here, obviously. If it gets up to 13 to test it, I'll add another position. But currently in 500 shares right now, so we'll see what it decides to do. But no news. There's PRs dropping right now. I think people will lose interest and find something else to be interested about. So I'm in this one. SON, it is crypto news. Before any of my members call me out on this one, I am aware of it, but I am in very light, only 100 shares. So seeing if this one fade. It's funny, I did a video about SON not too long ago about one of these other moves, and now it has went parabolic with the crypto treasury news. And then the other position, well, let's get back to SQFT. So it's starting to get close to that level, and I'm in pretty heavy, so I'm going to keep a close eye on this one before I talk about the other plays. So let's see what it decides to do here. And on, let me pull up AskEdgar. It's one of these plays that I believe the fundamentals are pretty trash. Let's see. SQFT. It's not that bad, actually. Less than 1% institutional ownership. So it's yellow on the dilution. So let's see, but it is under 1 million float, so got to proceed with caution with those. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. Same thing with SONN, and then the other play I'm in is OP. It was one of the here it is. It was just a play that popped at 4 a.m. and I'm just riding it down. So I did take my first entry around this level, but when they pop at 4 a.m., they don't, again, it's another time that they don't really respect levels too great, but they usually just fade. There's no new news. There was a catalyst, I think, after hours on Friday. So this one might reverse, but I'm going to let it ride a little bit longer. But I'm going to keep a close eye on SQFT for right now to see what this one does. But yeah, and like I was saying, good morning so far. So my realized is 4,992, almost at 5K on the day. And if I didn't already schedule this live stream, I probably would be sleeping because I'm content with that. So I might play a little bit small. Well, I'm not in small with SQT right now, but after this play, I might go a little smaller the rest of the pre-market. Don't want to I'll beat myself up if I give this 5K away. So see how this one plays out. Like I was saying, SON, and I'm in this one as well, but only 100 shares, I believe. Yeah, 100 shares. So this is about where my average is. If it breaks above 2360, I'm out. Well, this move is playing out. So INKT, I'm sure most of y'all are familiar. This is the play that raged from like $7 all the way up to $70, over $70, over 1,000% move on Friday. It was a biotech play with a poetically worded PR, even though I think it was only on one patient. Basically said that their study showed that a particular type of cancer went into remission. We all know that there's a lot that goes into launching a drug and get FDA approval. So obviously this move is exaggerated. I'm just expecting a fade. So entered a little starter here. If it gets to 50, 55, I might add little, like I said, small positions and then just see if it fades the rest of the day. This is not going to sustain. Over the weekend, a lot of people probably forgot about it. Not saying it won't pop, but I don't see it getting back up to 70. So could I be wrong? Yes. So, but I am going. This just has so much to give back, and I would be surprised if they don't do an offering today or the next couple of days. So they have zero cash or minimal cash. I wouldn't say zero, but I think they might run out this month or next month. So. And if I catch that offering, even if it just drops back down to this level, that's a crazy move. So that's how I'm looking at that. Just good risk versus reward.
Ronnie,
I played that one earlier, so it sounds like it's popping again. RANI. I like to see it get a little bit higher. RANI. So if it gets this one, this is a psychological level $1, and it's gotten up here and rejected, and it might not make it back up here, but I am going to pass on this one unless it gets back up here to this 110 to 118 range. But it is a nice little pop. Could be money to be made. It might fail here and come down, but I'm in enough positions to monitor right now. So. But I do have locates, so I will be interested if it gets up there. Like I said with OP, I'm just gonna let it fade. Maybe when it gets back to $2, $1.90, I'll take profit, but I'm probably just gonna let this one fade. SONN, low conviction on this one. I'm in it just because this move is so drastic. I want to see if crypto theme holds up well today. Crypto is pretty bullish. I checked this morning and my crypto profile or portfolio is doing pretty well overnight. And today it looks pretty bullish. So like I said, if it breaks above this 2360 level, I'm just gonna get out. Probably won't play it again. But there's another ticker. What was it? CLIK. This was a crypto treasury news too, I believe, and it gave it all back. I know my boy Steven played this one and made a killing on it, but I didn't get in this one. But yeah, RANI's giving it all back. I'm actually surprised SQFT is kind of holding up on this pop. But yeah, these are kind of the main two I'm looking at right now. I got my stock Titan news ready. So I can scan through the news, make sure I avoid crypto treasury plays, even though I'm in one right now. The problem with these is I like to play the front side sometimes. I'm trying to do less of that. But if you play the front side, and like if it was at 5 and then it pops to 9 or 10, that's usually a solid front side entry. But with these crypto, it takes a while to get to the top. It got all the way to 30. So, yeah, with these, you got to play the backside though. And again, I'm actually kind of surprised SQFT is holding up. Looking at the top gainers now to see if there's anything else that's intriguing, but not really. YHC is a little pop again, but nothing too fancy. Nothing that interests me right now. So I'll pull it up though because it's starting to get bullish again. I played this one a couple times today. This is a nice retest right before I jumped on the call. I have no idea why this popped at 4. I mean, most of the time there's not a reason why it popped, but the fact that it keeps popping is kind of odd. See what the Weeble people are saying about it. Besides that, it's going to go up forever. That's about all you get on there. Yeah, it looks like no news. Everybody is just asking what's going on. This is not a Chinese stock either, so okay. Let's see what it does here. If it blows past 13, I'm gonna have to get out. But I'm not confident it's going to, but this will make it clear that this is not one I'm just gonna hang on to. I'm in pretty heavy, so if it breaks past 13, I gotta get out.
SQFT.
Let's see. Does it fail here at 13? I sure hope so. So I'm probably going to start trimming out of this position right now. Actually, no, I'm going to wait now. I don't like that it wicked higher. I do not like that, but it definitely didn't hold. So I'm going to give it another second. Yeah, I'm going to start trimming out. Boom.
SQFT.
Yeah, Steven, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm actually about to start adding right here too. Man, I'm getting rocked on this one now. All right, I gotta get out. Wow, that was a crazy move. What's going on with this one? A wild, wild move. Yeah, it's like in no man's land too. Well, it took a decent sized loss on that one, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, that was a crazy move. Um, wasn't expecting that. I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. See where the top is. That was kind of unorthodox move right there. So don't want to force anything right now. Because I'm a little confused because TradeZero said it did get up to 20 bucks or 1998, but TradingView only has it right here. So technically it didn't break the initial pump from earlier, but that still was a crazy move though. Yeah, I think it will as well. I trimmed out of most of mine. I already took a decent loss on it, but I did add some here at the top, so we'll see. Crazy though. Crazy, crazy move. What's up, Alex? Dang, so much for a 5K day. That rocked me. I'm gonna go back to avoiding. Just kidding. Go back to avoiding pre-market now. Nah, this one is gonna come back down anyways. I might try to catch it on this. Yeah, it did. It did. It's just a crazy move. But yeah, if I obviously it's not financial advice, I can't tell you what to do, but if I wasn't in a position, I would be pretty excited. Unfortunately, I'm managing a position where I entered here. I trimmed out almost all of them though, then trimmed out here and then re-added when it started going down. So um, I'd be very surprised if it breaks a new high, but hey, this stuff's unpredictable sometimes. So I think it's going to fade down. Weird though for it not to have any news. PRs have dropped, and this is yeah, this is a crazy move. Got me a little bit, but I'm playing it back on the fall, so we'll see. We'll see if I get some of it back. What's SONN doing? It's kind of respecting VWAP, so I'm not in very heavy with this one. So I added to my SQFT right here. Yeah, I saw that, Alex. I didn't play the initial front side move because of that, but I did play. I'm playing the back side. But I have a strict stop on it. If it breaks above 2366, I'm out. Yeah, that makes sense, Steven. Yeah, so what would you say? Lower highs going towards VWAP when it breaks support, it could crash hard. Yep, that's what I'm hoping for. And the reason why I'm playing this one is just the move was insane. That's it. Yeah. Um, have a clear stopping level. So my risk is right here, reward is hopefully more. So we will see. Need some good PRs to drop. Get attention away from SQFT. Why aren't people trading this? Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty weak here. Unless I see a massive green just candle, I'll be expecting this one to fade at some point. Especially if we get some good PRs out. Man, it's crazy. This is the one that made me so much money today. And it's also the one that I took a decent hit on. But like I said, I'm still in it. I think this thing's gonna give it back. I am just extremely surprised about this move. Yeah, same. I noticed that, Alex, and the locate fees are cheap too. Weird. But yeah, it didn't play out exactly like I hoped, but we'll keep an eye on it. The next few moves for SON will be interesting though. I'm only in 100 shares though, so basically just like a 2 grand position. But thanks for the heads up, Alex. That is crypto. I know I've said 300 times I'm going to avoid crypto. And I still find myself in these positions, but at least I at least sat on my hands through the front side move. I saw this whole thing take place, and I'm glad I did because I probably would have entered at 10. So it went to 30. But yeah, going back to yeah, the 4 a.m. pops, as you can see, that's what this was. They paid handsomely today, and I'm also still in OP. Haven't checked it in a while. This is another one that did pretty good on you. You can see 4 a.m. pop just faded. A couple other ones, but I already closed out of them.
Cason Acquisition Corp announces entering into a merger agreement with Mango Financial Limited. 180-degree capital.
It wasn't supposed to start spitting out the news, but so there's a merger for CAPN. I wonder if that one will bounce. Doesn't look like it. The other news didn't look very interesting. Dang it. I was hoping for some good. It's a Monday. We're gonna see some good PRs to pull attention away from these two tickers, but apparently not at 7:30. There wasn't much news that came out. So SON technically closed below VWAP on that last candle. Let's see what it does here. This could be a nice fade. And if it drops below 16, I'll probably just add on the way down. Is that right, Steven? Copycat in his trading. Yeah, I played YHC a few times, but I wasn't very heavy. Y'all probably saw the screenshot that I posted in the group. I did play it, but my position was pretty small on it. And it's I think it's maybe it's not a Chinese ticker. I thought it was a Chinese ticker. Let's see, YHC. No, it's American. But red for offering and dilution. It's almost trading like a Chinese ticker though. Maybe that's why I thought it. I don't know. Bro, why is SQFT holding up? This is crazy. I'm still in too heavy with this thing. Well, I wouldn't say too heavy, but if it goes against me, it's going to hurt. But I know it's a clear level to stop out, so it's all good. Still nice and green on the day, but man, this move right here got me a little bit. I'm about to fight SQFT if it breaks a new high. I'm happy to see it didn't get back over this candle, but like fall. This thing. Maybe 8 o'clock, there'd be some good PRs. They've been trash so far. Monday usually has the best PRs, just FYI. Probably why my Mondays are not my best trading days. Thursdays and Fridays are my best. not Mondays. And it's usually because there's just people excited to trade and things pump a little harder on Mondays. But yeah, so just watching SON and SQFT. So what'd you say? Look down on the 1 minute for, you talking about SON or SQFT? Probably SQFT. Okay, it's looking a little weak. I see why you said that. Yeah. It's having trouble staying below 15 though. But yeah, Steven, I wanted to get you on one of these live streams soon. I had the luxury of touching base with him before this call. We got to talk through a few things, and so I'll be transitioning the group to Discord in the near future. So we'll play around with see what makes sense. Yeah, I need to see if there's a way you can do it on YouTube. Probably not. We'll just go back to like the Friday call where it's the Zoom open mic. I really don't want an open mic call. I would rather it just be like a handful of traders we trust, but until I have, I guess, time to figure out who that should be. Like obviously there's a few people in our group it's an obvious no-brainer, but we'll keep figuring it out as we go. But Discord will be a good time to give roles and things like that. So I would really like to see it drop below 450 here. It's obviously probably not going to be on this 1 minute candle, but what's SONN doing? Yeah, just weak bounces. Yeah, especially since you got some time off, Steven. This might be the best time to do it. We'll talk more about it. See what makes sense. No, our members would appreciate your insight. Man, does SONN make a little bounce here? Yeah. So let's see. I mean, that ain't much of a bounce, but let's see what it does. Let's go. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better now. Yeah, I guess the next test is see how it reacts to VWAP. It's above my average because I added too much in this range. So I don't really want to trim too. I might trim some here, but it kind of honored it on this move too. It's what makes me nervous. So it kind of came above here, rode it, popped up. So I might trim some here at 13 and then just see if the rest fades. So SONN is getting a little bit of a pop here. It hasn't broke above this level yet. Probably not a bad entry, honestly. But it's crypto. I don't want to be too heavy with it. These things are unpredictable. So we might see a nice solid rejection here. Let's see. I'm not meaning like just a death candle, but if it kind of rejects right here, let's see if it falls below VWAP this next 1 minute. That'll be a very good sign. Man, I hope there's some solid PRs at 8. Pull attention away from these two. Okay, this is kind of what I was talking about. So again, not like a death candle, but in the next 25 seconds, if we can find a way to get below VWAP, I'll be feeling really good. Especially when you see like some solid green. I mean, these, like I was saying, they're not that intense, but good solid strength right here. If you see immediate rejection, like 2 red candles that basically engulf, this, like we're basically seeing, it's a very good sign. Very good sign. Only thing that I would like a little better if it closed below VWAP, but still pretty solid. I'm not concerned it's about to break above that 2050, basically. We're getting some more PRs. Let's see if this is a good one. No. So there might be some more at 7:45 and 8 o'clock. There'll be a bunch. And I know a lot of people don't, I actually haven't heard anybody else talk about it, but when these new PR drops, you can almost instantaneously see like the tickers that's getting attention. You'll see some red candles as people are like closing out of those positions to re-enter new positions. So that's kind of what I mean by hoping for more PRs. But yeah, for Monday, 7 o'clock. Again, I haven't been playing pre-market much, but it feels a little soft. Just DVLT. Well, no, it's only up 28%. Never mind. A little pop on DVLT. I'm not even gonna pull it up, but it's only up about 30%. It is coming up to the $1 resistance level, and it looks like it's failing. But yeah, I have my, I don't even have my, let's get that going. My 200 SMA test. Made a video about the 200 SMA. I'm gonna drop it at, well, scheduled at 11 on YouTube. So I'll elaborate on that a little bit more in my plans with that. But anyways, I have that scanner going. So if anything starts approaching the 200 daily SMA, I'll get an alert. And my typical pre-market alerts, they go up over 20% in 1 minute, I'll get an alert. There's other criteria, but that's the main concept of that alert. I don't think this breaks below VWAP until attention is pulled from it, to be honest. And it might not. This might be the runner of the day. SONN call. I mean, obviously the move was nothing compared to the move today, but it did have, here it goes. This is the one I made the video on not too long ago. So like it's a dollar stock. Like it just posted a couple well-timed PRs and now it's up here. Crazy. See what the 5 minutes looking like on it. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look too bad, and it's clearly below VWAP, and it's struggling to get above it. So if we can get some attention pulled away, a few people selling their position, it'll probably fall. I'm actually more concerned about SQFT. I'm in a little heavier than I want to be, but I'm gonna trim some at 13. Let's see what that news was. Let's see. Firefly, which is AIFF, latest commercial agreement to use its FDA-cleared BNA platform in groundbreaking precision neuroscience research. I could see Long's getting excited about that. Let's see what it's looking like. Yeah, it's popping, but not that crazy of a move. There we go. Keep going. I'm rooting for you, bro. Keep going. Still only up like 20%. Go back to the 1 minute. Volume's going up on it. Now we're up to 500 shares traded. There we go. There we go. I mean, I'm not interested. It's got to get past 4 before I'm even considering it, but I'm just happy to see something's getting a little bit of attention. Hasn't really affected these yet, though, because, I mean, 1 million shares hasn't even been traded yet. So it tried to retest this 377 level. Okay, new high. I'll take it. Still don't have a ton. It still don't even have 1 million shares traded yet, though, surprisingly. And now it does. Okay, it passed 1 million shares traded. So it's getting a little attention now. Sorry, I'm just like hyper focused on this one. I expect a lot of crypto PRs. Bitcoin shorts got squeezed yesterday. Yeah, no, I noticed that, Alex. That's why I'm only in 100 shares with this one, because I could totally see crypto getting bullish, or crypto treasury plays getting bullish. SON not doing much. Same thing with SQFT. I can't believe I got myself in this situation with SQFT. It's a little too heavy. But I've trimmed way down, and I'm gonna trim more at 13. Yeah, it. I was waiting, Steven, to say like if it fell below this, potentially enter, but it's only up. It's only up like 20% right now. But if it fails right here, it's still not probably a bad. There's still some money to be made on it. The news isn't that great, but they did use some keywords that I know shorts like groundbreaking precision neuroscience research. Like they try to make it sound cool. But I'm getting some locates on it because if it tests like $4 or 390 and fails again, I might. Yeah, locates are cheap on it, so it's probably not a bad position now. I'm in 500 shares. At 350. Let's see what SON is doing. It fell below, but let's see. So I added more here at if it gets to 389, which it did not. If it breaks a new high, I am out. It didn't look like it got to 389, but I got filled. Okay, I'm out. I'm out.
AIFF.
See if it's affecting SONN now, because that's a pretty big, it's a pretty solid move now. Not really. I mean, it's looking weak, but I don't know if it's really pulling attention away. Well, SQFT is looking a little weaker. But yeah, I'm just going to root for AIFF from here on out because it's up. And I might play it again. I just took a not that big of a loss on it because I was in small because I like to see them up 50%. But it's up 40% now, 3 million shares trading, so it's starting to get a little attention. Nice volume candle there. Steven, we broke the low on the 1 minute, but didn't close below it. That makes sense. Got in a little prematurely. There we go. So kind of what I was saying, not to say I called it because this doesn't always work, but I think as more PRs come out and pulls attention away, maybe we see SON and SQFT fade. People are onto the new shiny thing, which is AIFF probably. So yeah, clearly look, it's breaking new highs. So now it's getting in the 50% range that I'm usually interested. I'm not playing the front side of this one. TradeZero strengthens leadership with the appointment of senior UAV and defense executive as CEO. So I don't predict much of a move with that one. Good morning. So I'm not in IFF for all the people that have hopped on in the last few minutes. I'm actually rooting for IFF because I wanted to pull attention away from SON, which it has, and SQFT, which I think it has. But not saying I'm not interested in it, because if this 1 minute close it, well, yeah, I'm not gonna touch this one just yet. But yeah, so this is the one I made most of my money on this morning when I sent the flex that I was up 5K. This one, and now it's the one that ended up hurting me. So hoping it fades away a little bit. Fundamentals are not that great and no news, but it did bounce off the 200 and it's kind of been riding the VWAP. So would really like to see it fall below VWAP. There's a chance it could bounce here. Okay, AIF is looking a little weaker now. I'd like to see like one more retest and then a fail. So I got in at 450. Breaks a new high, I'm out. Don't like that this is a strong volume candle, but let's see. So I'm up about 300 on this one now because I entered 1,000 shares there. I would have liked to see this fall below, but keep an eye on it. SON finally below VWAP, so the next test is seeing if it falls below around 16. SQFT still looking weak. I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna keep my eye on AIFF. There's about to be in 2 minutes more PRs dropping at 8, so it might be the same game I was playing with SQFT and SONN. See if anything pulls attention away from AIFF now. up about 400 bucks on it now, but I just want to hold it. I want to see. I might trim some here. I'm gonna trim some here. Cover. So I trimmed 500 shares. I don't know if Steven, that might have been an ad. Probably should have added there, to be honest, but trim some there. And I'm out, just in case it bounces right here. It's actually not that bad of a PR. Like, it's just Firefly. Okay, we're getting new bunch of news in, so
Ronnie,
some acquisition.
YHC,
There's some acquisition. You're gonna hear my trade ideas just go ham here at 8 o'clock. It just does that sometimes. So DDC Enterprise launches Bitcoin
SNTI,
Influence Collective to accelerate growth. So there's all kind of news. So let's see what
OP,
I'm getting all kind of alerts, as you can see. So OP is now up 100%. I played it this morning. Oh, was I still in that one? Oh, that was a false. I don't know what's happening with OP. Man, I should have stayed in IFF. So, yeah, that was kind of a false alarm. Nothing I'm seeing is really reacting too well to the 8 o'clock news. SON is still falling, so that's a good sign.
ALBT,
ALBT is popping up 80% on a very little volume. I'm pulling it up now. I'm just getting my locates. I want to enter it. Come on, locates. It's like not processing the locates. ALBT. I'll pull it up right here for y'all. ALBT. Bro, this thing is going ham. What in the world? What was the news on this one? ALBT. I bet this will pull attention
ALBT,
away from some things. Announced patent. Oh, it's just a patent, and it's a Chinese stock, so maybe that's why it's responding that way. When I see weakness on this one, I'll be adding to it. I get it's Chinese, very high risk, but this move is excessive. ALBT. Looking at AskEdgar now. Offering risk low. I'm in it. Like, I'm up about 250 bucks on it. Average is 675. Not that great. I'm only in 300 shares, so I'll see what the 1 minute looks like. Looking pretty bullish. Oh, AIFF died. SON still fading. SQFT hanging around that VWAP level that I was a little worried about, but back to ALBT. So I have another entry at 788. but it's just a small. I'm playing this small on the front side. I'll go heavier on the back side. I didn't get my 788 fill, but all good.
ALBT.
Did I get my 788? Did I get it? No, jeez. That would have been nice. SQFT has fallen to the $12 range. That's a good sign. It's fallen below VWAP, so happy to see that. Dang, I was like a few cents off from 788. That's all right. Nice. I would have got my average up if it would have hit 788, but I didn't get mine.
Dare.
Dare, D-A-R-E, I assume. Need a new tab. Well, I'm not looking at a. Dang, I jumped out of that thing too early. What's Dare doing? It's a pretty solid move though. 250 to 6. What's ALBT's float? It's trading thin. Yeah, 1.5 million float. Dare's making new highs. Boom. Let me look at the news. Or I'm gonna get some locates on it before the price gets bananas.
Dare.
Yes, got them for good price. So what's going on with Dare? I'm not entering it yet. I do want to look at the year to date though. Is it approaching anything interesting? Yes. It is. So I got a little starter position here just because it's approaching this level. Like I said, starter, very small. And if it breaks 8, I'm gonna trim out of it. Let's go. See, this is what I'm talking about with like the next news steals the attention from
Ronnie.
the last one. So I'm up pretty big in ALBT now.
Dare.
Up about 600. I'm probably just gonna let it just keep falling. Unless there's some resistance it's coming close to now. We're good, so I might just let this thing fall. Dare. Uh-oh, new high there. So, oh, I'm at break even now. So I'm in 300 shares. I'm just gonna cover. I covered 200 of them. Basically break even. Might have lost 10, 20 bucks. But I'm still in 100 share. If I see some little more weakness, I'll re-add. But I'm only in 100 shares right now. SON, let's go, baby. Come on, just now if it falls below 16, I'll be feeling really good. SQFT, the one that broke my heart. I fell in love with it earlier and then got me stressing. So ALBT, yeah, this is looking pretty bullish. So I'm gonna just get out of
Dare.
all my, ooh, the second late. I'm glad I was only in one share though, or 100 shares. So yeah, let's see where the top is on this one. And Dare on dilution tracker is ugly, very red, less than 10% institutional ownership, 9. But what's the news? Ooh, positive phase 3. So phase 3 can tend to run a little bit harder. So I am going to be very cautious with this one. Hit the $10 psychological level, it might just fail there. ALBT still fading. Up about 800 on it. I'm down like 130 bucks on Dare.
MGRM.
MGRM. What is up with this one? I'm pulling it up now, just entering my position. Sorry about that. I just got into, or I set up entry at 595 for MGRM. Sorry, this is taking a while to load, but it's interesting looking pop. There's a huge gap. I don't know what that's about. Come on, what's taking so long? Oh, Dare is fading off because maybe because MGRM is popping. MGRM. So like this was a weird, like huge gap right here. There's just like, I don't know what this is about. Let's see if there's any news related to it.
MGRM.
"42 minutes ago, Zimmer Biomet announced its definite agreement to acquire." So it's acquisition news. Dang, it's looking pretty bullish though. I'm gonna wait to see some weakness on this one before I mess around with it. So I'm in the money with Dare now. Or actually break even. But I'm only in 100 shares. I wanted to see more of the move with Dare. So if it retests, falls below this level, 716, I might add to it. Sorry, I haven't been looking at comments, so let me see. You're good. Trim to average. Definite merger agreement for MGRM.
Ronnie.
Boom. I'm in the money in MGRM now. Very small position though. Dare, okay, so couldn't get back over this 877 level. Let's see if it falls below 713. ALBT kind of trading sideways. It might take a little profit here. Wow, look at MGRM. Boom. What was I doing? ALBT, no. SONN. Oh, let's go. Let's go. We're under 16 now. I might take some off at 15 though, to be honest, with the 200. This is a place that loves to bounce. Honestly, with crypto news, I just think it could get hot today. I'm gonna cover my full position. I didn't made about 400 on it because I was only in 100 shares, but it worked out. We'll re-enter potential VWAP retest, but we'll see. Okay, so Dare, back to Dare. I'm gonna go ahead and close out at MGRM too. I didn't get the best average on this one, so barely made any money on it because I traded it small, but for some reason I could see it like trying to bounce in this area. And if it gets back up to close to 7, I'll consider another position. I'm in 200 shares a Dare now because I did add at 9. It's kind of what I was afraid of with SQFT. Get caught up here at VWAP a little bit. Weren't very many PRs at 7, or a lot of movement, but it's a lot of moves going on at 8. So I don't know what will be the runner of the day. If I was to guess, it's probably gonna be Dare, but let's wait and see. Still a long time before market opens. I'm still in ALBT. I would like to see one of these red candles at least get back to this level. Have a little pop. It'll probably just fade back to the 200. So I'm just gonna hold. Seems like it's losing attention. Why is the volume not on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do I have 6 on that? Yeah, volume's dying on this one. Good. That's kind of what I'd like to see another red candle here. Make sure it's not reversing. I don't think it is though. Volume's too light. There's SONN hitting the 200. So I'm out just because they really like to bounce here. The thing is with this one is it already broke a new low here and it's up just so much. So it could continue to fade.
Dare.
I'm potentially leaving a lot of money on the table. So dare, if it breaks a new high, I'm gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. There's some massive bids. Yeah, here it goes. I got rejected, but right when I said that, it kind of blasted off. There was some crazy bids on the tape. So I trimmed here and I wasn't even like in the profit. I just wanted to get my position size a little smaller. So I'm back only in 200 shares. Because I didn't think it would get to 10, but I had a one waiting right here at 9.95. And I got filled to 300 shares. So got my average up, still 200 shares. Let's go. This is what I wanted to see. So we should continue to fade to $3. And it's falling fast now. So I'm up about a grand on this one now. It's hard not to take profit here, but I'm going to hold it a little bit longer. Okay, back to dare. Can't stay away from this one too long. I might go ahead and just trim my start trimming my other 200 shares because this is bullish. Like it's trying to break. Where I can still trim it and it not be a bad loss, just a little ding. Trend 50. So now I'm only at 150. Because it could still fail here, but I mean, it's looking pretty bullish to me. 5 minutes telling a little bit different story though. It just can't hold above this level. Of course it's risky. I'm back trading. Now you're right, trend raider. Like it's kind of why I avoided it for a little bit, but I feel a little bit more confident.
VSE.
I think that was VSE. VSEE. Breaking new highs. What is the news with VSEE? I got to keep an eye on dare. Oh, it's actually failing a little bit, or fell below 9. Well, now it's back above 9. So VSEE, what is going on with it?
VSE.
Going off my screen. So VSEE, the news is AI doctor notes reduce document time 93%. I mean, that's like a no-brainer to me. But it's AI, so it might rage. And I think VSEE has a history of some pretty intense moves. Well, not lately. Oh yeah, oh that's a pretty mean pop, whatever that was. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it for now. I think the news is weak personally, but it's AI and sometimes that reacts well. I should have looked at what is there any like major resistance? Well, this is might be a little bit of a resistance area, honestly, but it's the $2 range. Yeah, it's failing there hard. Look at it go down. Ended up trimming 100 shares at 356, so I'm still holding on to 200. I don't know if any of y'all entered VSEE, but the 200 that $2 was probably a pretty good entry. Like to see a retest, and then if it fails, I might consider entering a position. Man, SQFT just hanging out around this area. So like I was mentioning, SONN is kind of riding up the 200 now. Sometimes it'll bounce, sometimes it'll just ride it up, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little pop here or at some point. If it gets back to Alex, to your point, if it gets back to $2, I might enter. I got some shares waiting. Should wait for a fail first and then kind of catch the backside of it, but dare. Okay, nice, nice. Seems like one thing is stealing attention from the next thing and then the next thing. So I bet we're about to get that $2 test. So I'm in now. I took a small entry at $1.95, and I have some more at $1.98, I think, and then some at 209. Breaks new high. I'm out. So what was the news again? Just like BSEE new AI doctor notes reduce documentation time 93%. I mean, that just feels weak to me. Like, there's no numbers tied to it, no finances. They don't make X amount more. They don't save this much money. So it's really weak news. But let's see what it looks like on AskEdgar. Kind of mixed. Offering ability yellow, frequency green, dilution red, cash need medium, overall offering risk medium. They have no cash. They are negative in cash. So yeah, I'm interested in this one. Dare, where we at with it? Still fading. AOBT. I took some at 356. I got 323 and 313 for my other shares. If it stays sideways long, I might just take 100 more shares here. But it's breaking a new low, so I'm just going to wait, see if it hits the 323 to 313. I only traded 300 shares of this, but I made a grand on it, so wish I would have went a little heavier, but beautiful move. Let's go VSEE. I'm just going to hold.
BDRX.
Just going to hold on to it. BDRX. BDRX. I'm getting into too many positions, so unless this is beautiful, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm already in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions. So yeah, y'all can play it, but I'm a little too distracted right now, so I'm not. I'm just going to go back to VSEE and watch it. SQFT is kind of falling a little bit more. I'll probably just trim most of the position at the 200. I really want to like let this one fade back to where it belongs, but
BDRX.
like I was saying, I was a little heavy in it. BDRX. Am I going to end up getting in this one? Let's see. No, I don't think so. I have it pulled up here, but I'm not really interested in it. But I will look up, see what the news was. BDRX. Filing of CTA in Europe for phase 3 trial. So a CTA is a clinical trial application. I'm sure some of y'all knew that, but that's what's required in the EU. Yeah, it seems kind of weak to me. Just applying for it. VSEE's paying. Did anybody else get into this with me? I'm only in 700 shares, so I'm up about 250 bucks on it, but I had most of my shares waiting at like 195 and I think 209, so didn't enter as heavy as I wanted, but this might not be a bad ad now that it's broke past that. I'm gonna add a little more right here, see if we can send it down. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on it. So there's a little bit
BDRX.
a little bit of resistance in this area. So BDRX. I mean, it's testing a high right now. I think it's weak news. just remember, you can be right about it being weak news, but sometimes weak news blows up too. I think it's still an attention away from VSEE, so I like that. Dare, kind of sideways. Not feeling that great about this one. I keep trimming it down just at break even because I'm just not excited how it's playing out. And I think this was the phase 3 trial news, which normally holds its weight a little bit better than phase 1, phase 2, or preclinical. What you in, Steven? Yeah. BDRX? Yeah, you'll come out making a couple grand on it. That's what you do, bro. VSEE getting a little pop here. I don't think I took any profits on it now. I'm not going to add it VWAP. I don't think. Actually, I will add it VWAP. If it gets there. What? 175? I'll enter at 175. Because it broke new lows. Well, lows for the move. So I added some more at 165. We'll add some more at 169 and 175. I don't think I'll get that opportunity, but I was able to increase my size a little bit. The BDRX is trading crazy. Like mass, I mean, you can make money on moves like this though. Crazy moves. BDRX and VSE. Yeah, I'm in VSEE. Dare, I trimmed another 50 shares. I'm only in 100. And my ALBT 323 was hit. So now I'm only in 100 shares. Waiting for it to hit 313. This might be the play of the day for me. SQFT was the play of the day for me until I and this is just unforced errors, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is where I need to work on my recklessness a little bit. So I'm so used to entering like 500, 1,000 shares when I enter most of these positions, because look, SONN is $5, ALBT $2, Dare like,
MGRM.
like they're way smaller. So, but if you enter, the problem was on this retest, I entered a couple hundred shares, or 300 shares, I think. That's a 3K position on like a B setup, and then it did this. So I entered too heavy. Normally I would only enter about $1 grand on a retest like this. I entered over 3 grand. And then of course, every time I do a bonehead move like that, it makes a move like this. So that was just an unforced error. I'm back fine now, but obviously when it broke a new high, I was trimming. So I took a little loss here. But I'm good. I recovered. Definitely red on this second play, very green on this play. I made $4,500 on this play earlier, and then lost a couple grand on this move. So back to break even. Just, y'all know I like to be transparent about when I do stupid stuff. So it hit my 313. Nice play there. Dare, I mean, if it breaks below like 7, I might add to, well, so what is the, I'm thinking back, Alex, I don't know if you're on, but if you're on, I'm playing what you said on one of your comments about A++ setups and looking at fundamentals. So thank you for that reminder. I'm gonna pull up Dare to see what it, ooh, Dare's trash. Just red across the board on AskEdgar. I might add here then. Only 2 months of cash. Less than 10 institutional ownership. Dang, I hate I was trimming all that position now. What was this news again? Just make sure it was Dare the phase 3 news? They're going to dilute on us at some point. I might get AskEdgar to dig into what they have available. Yeah, positive intern phase 3 results. Okay. But I'm gonna get AskEdgar to dig in a little bit to see if they have any open at the money warrants, whatever. So give me a second. And if you're not familiar with AskEdgar, it's kind of like dilution tracker, but I think it's better. The free version. This is not me even just trying to get you to sign up and pay for stuff. Like the free version is what I use. So I don't get anything from that. But there is a paid version. I like the free version because dilution tracker doesn't show you the low, medium, high risk unless you pay for it. And it doesn't have an AI to interpret the filing, so I think it's superior. So based on the provided SEC filings, there's no explicit mention of Dare currently having any active offerings or plans for a new offering. The documents primarily discuss the company's financial status. Yeah, they're out of cash. So they don't have any current open offerings right now, but it's red on everything. So let me dig in. Let me look at their 8Ks and stuff. But the only thing, it's medium, so everything's high risk except the offer and availability is medium. So they might not have anything currently available. That don't mean they can't do something, you know. Let's see if they have any they must not have any active like S1s or anything. Well, they do have one. What was this? S1. Let me monitor my positions real quick before I get to. Oh, let me get out of some of S. I'm glad I did that because I need to trim some here because it could bounce. It honored the 200 earlier, so man, I wish I didn't trim so much earlier. Dang, I could have made it out fine, but when it breaks a high like this, it's probably ill-advised for me not to get out. So, but I'm back to $5 on the day. Jesus Christ. Got down to 3. Now I'm back to 5. Should have just, well, not complaining. I am happy with my results. So back to Dare. Sorry, I try not to be negative. Like, how can you complain when you're still up? So they did have a S1 November 15 of 2024. Let me dig into this with AskEdgar. Anyway, so SONN, I'm out of this one. ALBT, I'm out of this one. Beauty, right at the target zone. Dare, VSEE. There we go. That probably wouldn't be a bad ad right here too, but I'm not doing it. VDR. Oh, if you play VDR, if you played that, Steven, you banked, bro. I know you did. Let me go back to the comments. I'm out of everything. Good day today, bro. Appreciate it, man. Can't wait to see your numbers. I got a sneak peek of where you were at before I even started live streaming, bro. You need to chill with some of those numbers. There's kids around, bro. Just kidding, man. Crazy stuff. So AskEdgar. So there's a S3, and it's hard to or S1. It's really hard to dig into this while I'm actively trading. But let's see what AskEdgar said about it. So yeah, there's a 2,750,000 share of common stocks in this S1 that looks like they could dilute. Yeah, I'm gonna dig in a little more, but I might continue playing Dare with this, maybe like a VWAP fade here. It meets a lot of the criteria. And just so y'all know, if y'all just recently got on, I'm also in this play too. Probably got jumped in a little premature, but this is INKT. This ticker destroyed me on Friday. But I would not be surprised if they don't dilute or if they don't do an offering today or tomorrow. So I'm playing the second red day on this one. I got in at this pop right here. I think my average, I don't want to lie, let me see, 46.48. Not the best, but I'm going to a very small position. If it gets to 50, 55, I'm gonna add 2. I think there's a good chance they pull an offering on this ticker in the next few days, or some type of dilution. I haven't dug in like nitty gritty detail, but all red, they have some active things available, and it would be ill-advised for them not to dilute. It's trading for 7, then it gets up to 70, and it's at 40. Like, why would you not? So if it breaks past this level, or if there's an offering, it's going to land somewhere in this area, if not lower, but it's going to at least come down here. So good risk versus reward for me. I'm just going to try it. I got a little position in it, and if I time the offering, maybe I can bank. Steven, I feel you. Sometimes you got to take the risk in order to capitalize. Trend Raider, I made some good money shorting, but one wrong play will get you out of the game. Yeah, I mean, that's true to an extent, Trend Raider, like for sure. Like most of y'all know, I've taken some ugly losses. But with high risk comes high reward with shorting, so you got to take the good with the bad. But you're not wrong. Risk management is key with shorting. Kind of just scanning through all these tickers. Well, cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh yeah, the 5-minute looks beautiful. I mean, the 1-minute does too. 1-minute shows a clear trend down. Same concept. I'm just gonna ride this one to 200. I added a little more on this little pop, 165 or 169, I can't remember. And I'll just let it fade. But yeah, if there's anything you want me to look at, let me know. As of right now, I'm still in INKT, up $100 on it, down $100 on SQFT, up 280 on OP. It's just a 4 a.m. play I played. I just haven't closed it. Dare, I'm only in 100 shares now, up about 80. And the VSEE, I'm in 1,200 shares, up about 300. So realized 4,500, unrealized about 600. So a little north of 5K. So can't complain. I'm going to be very risk adverse from here on out today. I have a hard time turning down good plays, but if y'all are in the circle group, y'all saw my post. I got a busy week today or a busy week this week and next week, trying to launch some real estate stuff, and my dispensaries need some love, so I need to go visit them. Well, visit not only physically, but follow up on a few things this week. So I'm not going to be trading much during the week outside of the 200 daily. Where am I going with it? Oh yeah, the 200 daily SMA. And a video will be coming out on YouTube at 11 about that strategy. Most of y'all know it. Did some back testing, beautiful results. So that's going to be the main play I'm going to play, and I share my trade ideas set up with how I find those. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments between Trend Raider and Steven. Scare money don't make money. This is a scary game sometimes. Yeah, you can get wiped out. I lost 75K in one trade, bro. Most y'all know that. I will not sugarcoat it. But that was on me. I should have cut it. But to your point, when you see a big green candle, you kind of freeze up. But I learned a lot from that trade. I learned a lot from it. That'll never happen again. And since then, I haven't had a loss even remotely close to that. So I might add here on VSEE, honestly. Is there anything else? If there's something else really pumping right now, I would definitely add, but there's really not. So I might hold off because VSEE might be trying to reverse here. G and LN gave it all back. I didn't even see that one. G and LN. Whoa. And see, this is why I used to play the front side so much, because of things like this. But going back to Trend Raider's point, I've also entered here. Well, what's a good example? Like SON. So this is why I'm trying not to play the front side so much in a hot small cap market. I know a lot of y'all have been trading for a while, but this is a very hot small cap market. Yeah, you can make a lot of money on the massive fades down, but I like the slow small cap market where everything only pops 100 to 200% and it goes down every time. Like that's usually in the winter months. That's when I usually bank the most because I have high risk. So these 1,000% gainers and stuff hurt me. But playing the front side like this one, I would have probably gotten in at 10. I mean, look at this, a 5 to 10, that's 100% move. But I decided not to play the front side. And I'm glad I didn't because it went up to 30. So I would have, if I entered, say 5K there, now I'm down 10K. Brutal. So I'm trying not to play the front side as much. Whenever it gets to the small cap winter, and it doesn't have to physically be winter like December, January, even though statistically I do better then, but small caps will slow down a little bit. Send me your number again in circle. I got you, bro. Yeah, I got to get you on one of these live streams, Steven. We got to figure out, we got to talk soon. You got a fan base in the circle group. When you start making six-figure days, I'm gonna tell everybody that's where you started. I'm gonna take credit for it. But no, it's been cool to see you grow, bro. Everybody grow in the group. So Dare's got a little pop above VWAP right here. There's nothing super obvious to me what's going to be the runner of the day. SON decided not to pop here, fade. So it's breaking new lows. I mean, if this thing wants to pop back up to 200, I will enter because there's just a long ways down from here. This, again, don't take anything I say financial advice. This is just how I trade. But even an entry, you know, a little pop back to the 9 or 20, 15 might not even be a bad ad, but I might wait. Bro, Steven, you're full of it. You owe it all to me. Yeah, whatever, bro. I helped. I think I assisted along the way, but bro, you came in kind of a beast, and you just gotten better at an insane rate. And I appreciate all y'all that post consistently. Martin, I don't think you're on, but Raven, you might be on. I know you jump on a lot of these. I appreciate y'all keeping us up to date with y'all's P&L for the day. Yeah, SONN, about every candle's making a new low. So if I see a little pop, it's almost 9, so I might wait till pre-market. Pre-market, there's probably going to be a pop. So, or sorry, market open is what I'm trying to say. Market open, there'll probably be a pop. Ian, yeah, no, Ian too, bro. I haven't seen you post as consistently, but you have been posting more recently, and you've been having some pretty good days too, bro. I love it because I've been a part of like long like discords with like that traded long, and like bro, like maybe one person had a green day. Everybody else was always complaining about how they lost money, including myself. I feel like the majority of us make money in that group, but it's high risk. High risk. But yeah, SONN is just tanking. SONN. Should have held it. I would like to see a pop before it drops too much, and I will gladly enter on it. This thing is about to just bleed out. I'm not going to chase though. I want to see it pop back up, and then I might enter. One minute, we're starting to see a little bit of a trend. See if this breaks a new low here, it'll probably fade the rest of the day. I'm not here, but like this next move. What's the 5 minute? Yeah, weak. I'm only in 100 shares though, so. 'Man, I want to get in this thing. Is this the only pop SON is going to do? Sorry, I'm not talking much. Steven, I'm not going to put you on blast, but I can't wait for you to share your flicks today, bro. What in the world? You're insane, bro. Yeah, Ian, we're happy to have you, bro. I can tell you're, and I appreciate you jumping on the end of month call too. It means a lot. Everybody that hops on there, I know y'all are trying to level up. We got some good traders in the group, so sorry I'm not talking about stocks much right now. There's just y'all see what's happening. SQFT, I'm in it, but kind of unsure what it's going to do here. Is it going to pop? Is it going to keep fading? SON, I am waiting for, if it gets back up to 15 or 16, I'll probably re-enter. Dare, kind of filling this one out too, what my next move is on it. Pretty decent news, but a disaster fundamentally. VSEE, starting to trade a little sideways, so might take profit. If it gets back down to 155.
PHG.
Let's see what that was. Sorry. Oh, this is a 200 test. Let's go. PHGE 200 test at 64. I'm pulling it up on my phone first. These are my favorite plays, so y'all gonna have to hold on. PHGE. So it's way past it though. Ooh, this thing's bullish. I'm gonna enter regardless. Oh yeah, I timed the top on that move, but it's still going up. So I'm gonna get it pulled up right here. What was it? GE.
PHG.
Oh, it's still booming. It's past the 200. So this is if you're playing that, this is where you stop out at probably. But I'm gonna play it up until $1. I'm gonna see if it can bust through $1. I'm gonna make it prove it. I'm in 2,000 shares. Got a good entry at 98. And I'm gonna add more if it gets, ooh, it's looking strong though, so I might have to, okay, I gotta cover some here if it stays above $1. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. No more play in the front side. I want to wait for some weakness now. Struggling to stay above $1. And I got the alert because the blew past it. But you know what's comical about it is there's a good chance it will close below that today. Like probably better chance than not that it will. But I'm not adding any more on the uptrend. I'm actually a little in the money now, but trying to see what it does here. Okay, it looks like it's going down. Dang, my buying, I gotta close. It's saying I don't have enough buying power for this. I got too many. Let me adjust a few things. So I'd like to see if it retests one more time. If it fails, I'll add and hopefully write it down. What's Dare doing? Still ain't doing crap. VSE, I might take profit here, honestly. I'm up a little over 400 on it, so I'm gonna just took profit on that move, and it just broke a new low, so it's probably gonna keep fading. If it pops up again, I might play it. SON, any pops yet? Nope. PHGE, what's the news? PHGE. Bro, today was money. Initiates phase 2 trial. Weak. We get a little pop here off the 9. We get back to like the 20, I'll add. Because it's going to, I mean, pretty confident it's going to keep going down. Might not get that opportunity though. Money, let's do this. Let's do this. DARE reversing a little bit. If it breaks above this, well, let's kind of add it. I might, should I? Have such a mixed feeling about this stock. No, I'm not adding if it's breaking above this. So if it retests up here at 10, I might add. But 1 minute, you can clearly see us trending up. 5 minutes, a little bit clearer for me, like nice little green candle here. If it gets up to 10, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and set up a position. 100 shares at 9.95. 9.88. I wanna feel. This pops back up, I want some more. They initiated phase 2 trials, who cares? Again, trash news can still run, but like, cool story, bro. Like what? Phase 3 results are very significant. Yeah, I don't think anybody's debating that. It's very significant. But initiating a phase 2 trial is not. And that's what I was talking about. That's why this is tanking. About to close here at 60 cents. I don't think I'm gonna get that opportunity for an entry, but the market will be open soon. Need a nap. Been up since 4 trading. It's been fruitful, but a little tired.
Dare.
Ooh, okay, I got my fill, but I might want to get out of this thing. Let's see what happens here. Couldn't hold over 10, but it's a pretty bullish move. So I got out at 957. I'm only in 50 shares now. This is going to be the runner of the day, probably. And rightfully so. It's probably got the best news out of all of them. I'm going to trim the rest of it right here. So I'm completely out. This one's looking angry. Trying to decide if I want to close out of this one or not. I think I'm going to just let it ride. But I need to run to the restroom before market opens in like 20 minutes. So I'll be right back. I am back. Getting a little pop here. I was away though, but an 80-cent entry would have been nice. VSEE, yes, keep fading. Dare, I'm out of it now, so I'm probably just gonna quit looking at it. I think this one's gonna be bullish. SON, if it like gets back to like this 14, 15, 16 level, I will be, might be a little, especially 16, but I'm just being honest. I'm up 5K on the day, so I'm gonna be very particular from here on out about what I enter. Because I'm really good at messing up a good day sometimes. So don't want that to happen today. And it's Monday. Historically or statistically, this is my worst trading day. Thursday, Fridays are my best, and I think it's just because there's a lot of PRs on Monday. I don't know. or I'm too excited. Okay, I'm about to enter PHGE here. Dang, I missed the entry. Oh, it's coming back though. So I got a little at 80 cents.
SLE.
SLE. What kind of alert was that? Was that 200 or pre-market? No, it's up 71% SLE. Let's do it here. SLE. Boom. What's up with this one? It's not giving me my shares, so I'm trying to get some locates on it. Man, no, I didn't. TradeZero struggling with the locates on that one. Oh, bro. Oh my God. What was that? Hope some of y'all got to bank on that one, because TradeZero did me dirty on that one. It wouldn't give me my locates. I don't even want to look at it. I hope y'all banked on it, but I can't look at it right now. You don't get many breaks like that. So I did re-enter on PHGE on this, and it's paying off so far. Just gonna probably ride this one down to the 200. Entered 1,000 shares right here. It's pretty small, but like I said, I'm having a good day, so probably most of my positions here on out will be relatively small. SQFT is popping a little bit. So it kind of honored VWAP, as you can see right here. And it's been honoring 200. So let's see who wins. Does it break above VWAP at open, or does it crash below 200? I'm very short biased, so I think it's going to crash below 200, but we'll see. I'm only in 100 shares. But I probably won't stay till 10, all of market open. I don't even want to see this one. Did any of y'all make money on SLE? It's crazy. I tried to get locates when it was at 11. Then it falls down to 6. So this is that Friday runner I was talking about. I got in right here at like 47. Only 100 shares, but that's still a 4K position. Just hoping they break some dilution news or offering. Regardless if they do or not, this thing's just going to fade. Like, this was a parabolic, insane run it went on. So caught a position right here. This is not just a flex. This is just walking y'all through my thought process. So this is second red day setup. I don't trade it that much unless there's a move like this, and I usually don't do it if it's crypto based, because it can stay bullish, but people are going to forget about this ticker. It looks like they already have. I'm not saying it won't potentially pop back up to 50, 55, could even test 60. But based on the data I looked at, I think they're going to have to do a offering very soon. And if your stock was trading at 7 and now it's 42, it seems like a prime time. So let's see. SONN's getting a little pop here. Okay. I was asking for a little pop. Kind of want to enter here, but again, I'm having a good day, so I'm going to make it at least get to VWAP or the 200 before I enter. Bro, everything's your bread and butter, Steven. Jeez. Nah, that one was for sure. Hope you got the little ones put away. Or you don't trade intraday anymore. That's right. That's why I said after 9:30, I'm not staying until 10. I need to get some sleep. I need to take a nap. My wife works night shift, and she was off last night. We stayed up too late. So PHGE is breaking above my entry now. I'm not too concerned yet. Let's see if it fails. Yeah, SLE was perfect. TradeZero wouldn't give me my locates though. If it breaks over this candle, I might just cut it. I'm playing very low risk right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it. Well, I'll hang in it now. I'm only in 1,000 shares at 80 or 81 cents. Can't remember. Okay, my guess looks like it might be playing out. So obviously market open, anything can happen, but it looks like it might fade off. Let's see. Tempted to get an entry here on SONN, but I'm gonna wait for it to get up to VWAP 200. I don't know if it will, and that's okay if it doesn't. But I am tempted. Glad I didn't cut PHGE. It is looking like it's going to just fade. Oh, you good, bro? I'm about to step away for good, to be honest. I might see what happens right at market open, but at this point, I don't. Man, did I cut there? I did cut there. Now it's fading. All right, I'm closing OP. That was my 4 a.m. fade. I've been holding it the whole time. So now I'm only in PHGE, that 80-cent entry I was talking about, which was a pretty good ad. SQFT, that's the only one I just have 100 shares of this, and then the 100 shares of INKT. I'm actually a decent amount in the money because I got the 40, I think 46, 47 entry. Well, I can look it up. Let's see what it is. 46, 48. Okay. So I'm actually going to, so I'm up $300 on it right now. So I might just close out 50 shares just so I don't have to care about it too much. I'm going to just close out 50 going into market open just in case it wants to pop. I was hoping they would drop some offer news pre-market, but it looks like it's not going to happen. So I'm going to trim it down to 50 shares. I still like a 2K position, but I'll be able to sleep better with a 2K position. I'll set me a stop loss somewhere, probably over here. Probably above, somewhere in this area. I still think Dare might be the runner of the day. We'll see. Man, it keeps testing VWAP. It should have been taking profits on these moves down. Market opens in 3 minutes, and like I said, I'll probably dip soon. I'm not going to force any trades right now. I'm happy where I'm at. So the live probably won't be that entertaining because I'm not going to be playing much. It's a long stream. It started at 7. So yeah, 2.5 hours. But I appreciate y'all hopping on. Y'all have been some good conversations. Hopefully y'all made some money on some of these plays too. Look at the 5-minute on PHGE. If this takes off at market open, it's honestly the only one I'm really concerned about taking off because it's the only one that I'm in besides SQFT and INKT. SQFT is kind of doing what I wanted it to do, just fade off. Market open. INKT tanking. Let's go. So I'm completely out of INKT. No, that wasn't that crazy of a move, but I got in at 47 and I got out at 40.01. So not a bad play. Dare looking a little bullish, or looking like it could get bullish, but I mean, I could see it fading here too. Something's probably going to take off. Oh, PHGE. Let me close this one. Did it halt down? Oh, even better. Okay. Wherever it opens, I'm just going to get out. Covering at 60. It's going to open below 60, but I'm just doing that to ensure I get a fill. So if it opens at 50, I'll actually get the fill at 50, not 60. I'm sure most of y'all know that, but if not, okay, man, now I gotta, this is interesting. Now, did SONN just halt up? I'm glad I didn't enter it. Yeah, it halted up. This might get interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna be around for it, but this might get interesting. I'm gonna avoid. I'm actually glad I took profit now. Is there anything else you want me to look at? If not, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. Nothing looks that interesting to me. I'm gonna take profit when this unhalts. SQFT, this is probably the only one I'm gonna hold on to just to see if it fades all day. Only in 100 shares. No news pump. It's kind of on trend on the 1 minute. 5 minutes, probably a similar story. So it could bounce, you know. It could reverse somewhere and keep going, but I'll have like a take profit somewhere in this $8 range, probably 8 to 7. And INKT, maybe I should have held on to it. It'll probably fade all day, but again, I'm trying to be a little low risk right now. And SQFT is doing what I wanted it to do, so in the money, pretty good. Oh, it actually popped up and hit my 1098 right here. So where did it do that at? Oh, right here. So I'm actually in 200 shares, so 2K position. Might just write it out. Take profit here. Any questions before I bounce? If not, appreciate you all hopping on, like and subscribe. If you're not, join the circle group. I think we do great things in there. So if you want to learn how to short, see how others do it, there's a bunch of fundamental traders, there's discretionary traders, there's very technical based traders, so a little bit of it all. But if you're interested, it's in the link, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate it.